So the first thing you want to do, if you want to truly plug in to the power of connection, you've got to lead with a servant's heart. And once you've done that, it's time for secret 2, which is to add value. You need to be the type of person who makes a difference in other people's lives. You need to give your relationships that little something more. I read this great definition of adding value. And it said to give more with no additional cost. I love that. So approach your relationships. Say, I'm going to give more with no additional cost. So how do we do that? First thing is you've got to listen. And I don't mean listen waiting for your turn to talk. And I don't mean listen with that track running through your head waiting for what you're going to say. I mean listen with your eyes, your ears, your body language. Be fully engaged. Because when you listen like that, you really hear what people have to say. You know, I'm a coach, and I'm looking to hire a new coach. It's time for me to go another level. And I'm picky this time around. I've been interviewing about 10 coaches. And I've got this whole list of questions that I want to ask them. And one thing that I've told each coach is exactly why I'm hiring a coach. Exactly what I expect to get out of this relationship and exactly what I want out of my life. Now, this is a huge answer because I'm an overachiever, which is a whole nother seminar. And in the middle of this huge answer, which I gave to all 10 coaches, is jammed right in the middle just a couple of sentences about the adversity I've faced in my life and about how I really want to use my story and my life to help other people. And when I turned around and I asked all 10 coaches, how can you help me achieve my dream? Only one zeroed in on those couple of sentences. And in fairness to the other 9, I'm kind of verbose. So it was a big answer, okay? But it was jammed in the middle. But the second that coach turned around and told me how she could help me achieve my dreams, and she picked up on those couple of sentences, we moved from 2 people talking on the telephone to 2 people who were connected. I knew something emotionally shifted in me because we didn't know each other any longer. We were connected. So you've got to listen if you want to add value. And the second is you've got to solve their problem. You know, we spend our whole lives telling other people what we think they ought to do. This would be good for you. This is the direction you ought to go. If you want to add value, solve the problem that the person feels is most important to them. Help them achieve the things that will make them feel special. And lastly, if you want to add value, you've got to create opportunity. You've got to help people see past the lid that they've placed on their life. You know, Nicole told you that we all can reach our future self. Well, if you want to add value to people, help them see their future selves. I've got a client in Chicago, and she's writing her first book. It's the story of her life, and she's got an amazing story. And she told me this great story about a friend of hers, somebody she hadn't talked to in ages. My client is a vet, and out of the blue, her friend Mary called her on the phone. She said, "Vet, I'm so excited. I just read on LinkedIn that you're publishing your first book, and it's the story of your life. How incredible for you." Well, you know, I got to say, that's a pretty good friend right there. But Mary didn't stop there. She said, "Yvette, I've been thinking about you, and your story is so amazing, and I know you. You want to help people. You want to really help people. And I've got all these contacts in the media world, and I would love to make those connections for you so that you can get your story out, not to hundreds of people, but to thousands of people.